Lemon, lime, soda, skies, lucky like
Hello, fluffies! Welcome to the first episode of Finding Your Style. This is an art tutorial on showing you different styles you could take. So the Wheel of Pain has chosen the fox, and I'm going to be using these photos to reference for the first sketch. So when I was looking at this photo, I noticed that foxes are very sort of pointed, lots of triangle sort of shapes. So that's what I worked with first, is going with the snoot. I wanted to try following the eyes a bit better. This is nowhere near my art style, but hey, I think it's really good for beginners to start with looking at photos. You know, because sometimes just referencing from the top of your head, oh boy, it does not look like the animal you intended. So I'm just starting. This isn't the line art. This would be the second sketch. It's a bit more of a refined sort of sketch before we go into the line arts. I think it's a pretty good idea to do multiple layers of sketch even. You know, sometimes the even the second sketch layer isn't as good. You know, you might want to change some aspects. But I was overall pretty happy with this. You know, this is the first style. This is the heavy reference sort of style. You know, pointed, not too bad. I like the eyes. So I'm moving on to my style. You know, which I find is a bit more easier. It's a lot more rounded sort of shapes. This is my comfort zone. I'm very cartoony sort of style, and this is a pretty good style, you know? It's very flowy, I find. You know, I think the bobble style is a very good style for beginners as well. Because you could just find something sort of cute, you know? And then you can work from there. There's my two. And now we're getting into the line art. So you can see with the line art, we are, you know, you don't even have to follow it perfectly. Just remember that when you're drawing, you need to sort of let your hands sort of flow with it. Sometimes if you follow the lines perfectly, it can look out of place. So just follow where your hand goes. I really like that tear duct style. I think that's my favorite thing about that sort of sketch, was just the shape of the eyes. Whee! Yeah, that's nice. Go in there, make the lines more crisp. I do all of this with my mouse, so... Oh, that is also something that people should definitely look into. So I use the line art tool because if you've got shaky hands, I think that tool is absolutely fantastic to use for long sort of specific lines. And there's no shame in using like the tools that are given to you. You know, it's there, you've paid for it, use it. It's fantastic. There it is again, and it looks so nice. There's a little chin. Now you can see that I've got like rounded sort of teeth. There's the eyes. I'm very sort of minimalistic sort of details. And you know, the further you get into art, the more details you can put in, the more you feel comfortable with. Experimenting is a lot of fun, especially with like different sort of fur shape. You know, detailing in the fur is pretty important. Whee! Little neck borders, just so I can colour it in a bit easier. Go, those are my base colours. So the first one, I'm going to be, again, heavily referencing the photo. Just messily dabbing in all those colours all over the place. You can go back in and fix it up later. Just get the colours and where you want them. Yeah, I wasn't too sure about the tear ducts, because it looks like, I think it's just from where, like, the fox sort of pries out dirt. I don't think it was actually proper fur colouring. But yeah. And this is where you go in, and you make it a bit more cleaner. I swear it's getting cleaner. I think the fox is probably one of the easier sort of species, and it's, well, for drawing, that is. You know, it's a very popular species. A lot of people have fox characters, so it's pretty important to be able to draw a fox and have people look at it and go, oh yeah, that's a fox. He's, you know, little noses, you know, nothing buffy like a wolf nose. A bit more realistic sort of tongue colour there. And you'll see the difference between that and my styles. Yeah. So this one, I did a bit more sort of rounded, bubble-styled fur colouring. You know, it's just a bit more sort of... boop. You know, less colours, different sort of colours. And I still got those golden eyes there. Instead of the brown, what do you call them, scalars? The whites of the eyes are brown for foxes, and I was just like, cartoon style, it's white. And of course, a brown fringe. You know, just make the hair sort of stand out against the rest of the fur. And it just looks nice. It looks very clean. I think the bubble style is also very much more easier to, you know, to colour in. More softer rounded edges, easier to fill in, you know, and there's the example. I was using a different colour, pink, a lot brighter, more cartoony to go with it, and of course I'm going to add a bit of that brown into the eyes, just to sort of match it up a little bit more with the sort of realistic fox. Shinies in the eyes. And little whiskers. I think the little whiskers is a good touch. And always sign your art. And there we have it. These are the two styles that you can end up. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see what I can do in the future. I'd like to do more of these Finding Your Style episodes and see what animal we can come up with next. Bye!
He's in your bed, I'm in your Twitch chat. I've got the key and he's just a doormat.